Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Current Affairs MCQ. Let's begin with the previous day question. The question was, consider the following statements regarding Crew Dragon. 1. Crew Dragon is a variant of Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency's Hayabusa 2 spacecraft. Second, Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore came back to Earth from the International Space Station on the Crew Dragon spacecraft Freedom. Which of the statements given above is correct? The options are A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, and D. Neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B. Crew Dragon is one of the two variants of SpaceX Dragon 2 spacecraft featuring a reusable capsule and launching atop a Falcon 9 rocket. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Hayabusa 2, a spacecraft developed by the JAXA, is an asteroid sample return mission that explored the asteroid Ryugu. NASA's SpaceX Crew 9 mission returned Williams and Wilmore from the International Space Station aboard the Crew Dragon spacecraft named Freedom. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Last chance of 25th foundation year. Enjoy a 60% discount on all online courses on 26th and 27th March. Additionally, get a 40% discount on books and test series. Download the Drishti Learning app for more details. For further inquiries, contact 87501 87501. Moving on to question 1. Birefringence, recently in news, is best described as A. The optical property of certain materials where incident light splits into two rays, each traveling at different speeds due to varying refractive indices in different directions. B. The phenomenon where light completely reflects back into a medium when it strikes the interface at a certain critical angle. C. The ability of a material to absorb light and re-emit it at a different wavelength, commonly seen in fluorescent substances. And D. The scattering of light by particles much smaller than the wavelength of light, causing the sky to appear blue. The correct answer is option A. Birefringence is the optical property of certain materials where incident light splits into two rays, each traveling at different speeds due to varying refractive indices in different directions. It arises due to anisotropic nature of materials. The refractive index is the ratio of the speed of light in a vacuum to its speed in a medium. A vacuum has a refractive index of 1. A higher refractive index indicates greater optical density and slower light speed. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 2. Consider the following statements. 1. Gopal Ratna Award and Kamdhenu Award to recognize exemplary management of indigenous cattle and herds. 2. Gokul Grams for the promotion and conservation of indigenous breeds. 3. National Bovine Genomic Center for Genomic Enhancement to select high-merit bulls using gene-based technology. How many of the above are a part of Rashtriya Gokul Mission? A. Only 1, B. Only 2, C. All 3, and D. None. The correct answer is option C. Rashtriya Gokul Mission was launched in 2014 for the development and conservation of indigenous bovine breeds. Key initiatives under Rashtriya Gokul Mission are awards for farmers, Gopal Ratna Award and Kamdhenu Award to recognize exemplary management of indigenous cattle and herds. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Gokul Grams for the promotion and conservation of indigenous breeds. Hence, statement 2 is correct. National Kamdhenu Breeding Center, a center for scientific conservation and development of indigenous breeds. It functions as a national repository of germplasm or genetic material of indigenous breeds of the country. Hence, statement 3 is correct. E-Pashu Haat, Nakul Prajnan Bazaar, an e-market portal connecting breeders and farmers. National Bovine Genomic Center, a center for genomic enhancement to select high-merit bulls using gene-based technology. Therefore, All three are key initiatives under the Rashtriya Gokul Mission. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 3. Consider the following statements regarding the United Nations Convention Against Torture or the UNCAT. 1. UNCAT defines torture as the intentional infliction of severe physical or mental pain for specific purposes with the involvement or consent of a public official. 2. Under UNCAT, states are required to criminalize torture under domestic law and provide compensation to victims. 3. India has both signed and ratified UNCAT. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only, B. 2 and 3 only, C. 1 and 3 only, and D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. UNCAT is an international human rights treaty to prevent torture and other cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment worldwide. Article 1 of UNCAT defines torture as the intentional infliction of severe physical or mental pain for purposes like obtaining information, punishment or intimidation with involvement or consent of a public official. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Under UNCAT, states must criminalize torture through domestic laws, Article 4, and ensure redress and compensation for victims, Article 14. Hence, statement 2 is correct. India signed UNCAT in 1997 but has not ratified it yet. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. Consider the following statements regarding consumer rights. 1. World Consumer Rights Day is observed on 15th March every year to promote consumer awareness and commemorate President John F. Kennedy's address to the US Congress in 1962. 2nd, India observes National Consumer Day on 24th December every year to mark the enactment of the Consumer Protection Act 1986. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, and D. neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C. World Consumer Rights Day. Instituted on 15th March 1983, the day 15th March commemorates President John F. Kennedy's 1962 address to the US Congress, where he became the first global leader to formally recognize consumer rights. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution celebrated the World Consumer Rights Day with the theme, A Just Transition to Sustainable Lifestyles. India celebrates 24th December as National Consumer Day every year, and the Consumer Protection Act 1986 provides comprehensive legislation to strengthen consumer rights. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 5. Consider the following statements regarding sonic weapons. 1. Sonic weapons are devices that deliver highly concentrated, amplified sound over long distances, usually for crowd control. 2. Infrasonic weapon emits high-frequency sounds that primarily affect younger individuals under the age of 30, causing discomfort and discouraging loitering. 3. The mosquito device delivers low-frequency, inaudible sounds, causing pain and disorientation. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only, B. 1 and 2 only, C. 2 and 3 only, and D. 1, 2 and 3. The answer is option A. Sonic weapons are devices that deliver highly concentrated amplified sound over long distances, usually for crowd control. Hence, statement 1 is correct. In 2004, the United States first used such special devices to project loud sounds over long distances in Iraq. It is of 3 types. Long-range acoustic device, or LRAD, produces sound up to 160 decibels, causing ringing ears, tinnitus, hearing damage, and other health issues. Mosquito device emits high-pitched sounds painful only to younger people under 30. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Infrasonic weapon delivers low-frequency inaudible sounds causing pain and disorientation. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 6. Regarding the Ramadevara Betta Vulture Sanctuary, consider the following statements. 1. It is India's first and only vulture sanctuary established in 2012 to safeguard endangered vulture species. 2. It is recognized for being home to all 9 vulture species found in India. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, and D. Neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A. Ramadevara Betta Vulture Sanctuary. It is situated in the Ramadevara Betta Hill Range in Ramnagar, Karnataka. It is India's first and only vulture sanctuary established in 2012 and notified eco-sensitive zones in 2017 to safeguard endangered vulture species. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Among the 9 vulture species in India, 3 are found here: the Indian long-billed vulture, Egyptian vulture, and white-backed vulture. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The rare sighting of the Indian long-billed vulture or the Indian vulture at Ramdevara Betta Vulture Sanctuary underscores the success of protected area-based conservation efforts. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 7. Which of the following best describes the term natural farming? A. A farming method that uses chemical fertilizers and pesticides for higher crop yields. B. A farming technique that involves monocropping and high water usage for crops. C. A farming practice that integrates genetically modified organisms or GMOs to increase productivity. And D. A chemical-free traditional farming method that integrates crops, trees, and livestock with functional biodiversity. The correct answer is option D. Natural farming is a chemical-free traditional farming method that integrates crops, trees, and livestock with functional biodiversity. It emphasizes minimal human intervention, earning it the name do-nothing farming. Unlike organic farming, which allows external organic inputs, natural farming relies solely on on-farm inputs, example, mulching, crop diversity, and bio-inputs. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Moving on to question 8, consider the following statements regarding Raisina Dialogue. 1. Raisina Dialogue is launched by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry in collaboration with the World Bank. 2. It is India's premier geopolitics and geoeconomics biannual conference, comparable to Singapore's Shangri-La Dialogue. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, and D. Neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D. Raisina Dialogue was launched in 2016 by the Ministry of External Affairs. It is named after Raisina Hills in New Delhi. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The Raisina Dialogue is India's premier geopolitics and geoeconomics conference organized annually by the MEA in collaboration with the Observer Research Foundation. It is comparable to the Munich Security Conference of Germany and Singapore's Shangri-La Dialogue. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 9. Consider the following statements regarding ecosystem functions. 1. Energy flow in an ecosystem is unidirectional, whereas nutrient cycling is a continuous process. 2. In a food chain, 90% of the energy is transferred to the next trophic level, while 10% is lost at each trophic level. Which of the statements given above are not correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, and D. Neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B. The flow of energy and nutrients in an ecosystem is unidirectional, meaning it moves in one direction from the sun to producers, plants, and then to consumers at different trophic levels. Once used, the energy is lost as heat and does not return to the system. In contrast, nutrient cycling is a continuous process as essential elements like carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus are recycled through biogeochemical cycles, ensuring their availability for organisms over time. Hence, statement 1 is correct. According to the 10% law of energy transfer proposed by Lindemann, only 10% of energy is transferred to the next trophic level, while 90% of the energy is lost as heat, respiration, and other metabolic activities at each step. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. This limits the number of trophic levels in a food chain as energy diminishes with each transfer. Hence, option B is correct. Finally, question 10. Consider the following statements regarding 5G technology. 1. 5G operates at higher frequencies than 4G, allowing faster data speeds but with reduced range. 2. 5G technology enables ultra-low latency communication. 3. 5G utilizes beamforming technology to improve signal efficiency and reduce interference. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. And D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D. 5G operates at higher frequencies than 4G using a wider spectrum including millimeter wave frequencies 24 GHz to 100 GHz. This enables faster data speeds but comes with a shorter range, requiring more base stations and small cells to maintain coverage. Hence, statement 1 is correct. 5G technology enables ultra-low latency, approximately 1 millisecond, making it essential for applications like autonomous vehicles, remote surgery, and IoT or the Internet of Things. Hence, statement 2 is correct. In contrast, 4G latency is around 30 to 50 milliseconds, making 5G significantly faster in real-time communications. Beamforming is a technology used in 5G networks to enhance signal efficiency and reduce interference. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Now is the time for today's practice question. Consider the following statements. 1. The Maratha military landscapes is a network of 12 forts and fortifications that represent the extraordinary military system and strategy of the Maratha rulers in the 17th to 19th centuries. 2. The Maratha military landscapes of India are the only ones to be included in the tentative list of World Heritage Sites from India. Which of the following statements given above are correct? Your options are A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, and D. neither 1 nor 2. Please send us your answers in the comments section. Thanks for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.